All right. I am on with, go ahead and introduce yourself. All right, cool. And they're going on my YouTube channel. All right, so here's the context. I'm giving feedback on their cold outreach strategy, which is pretty abysmal right now. They sent like 700 emails and got zero responses. A winning campaign should be getting you, I would say between 2 and 5% is a pretty good benchmark of meetings booked. So if you send 100 emails, you should be getting 2 to 5 booked appointments from that. And that's just from cold email. If you're also doing calling and stuff, you can get that even higher. And in fact, if you really want to be gutsy, we can talk about cold calling strategies too, because in my opinion, you might have better luck with that. But let's go through this. So, first thing that's wrong is your list. Many things wrong with the list, and this is really the most important thing. Actually, we should start earlier. Let's start earlier. I'm gonna stop sharing my screen. What what is your what is you're a martial arts school um agency, right? You help them get more customers. Okay, and what case studies do you guys have? Let's look at your portfolio. Customer success. What actual metrics have? Oh, this is awesome. You have very good testimonials here. Let me share my screen. Most agencies suck at this, but you guys do it well. So I'm gonna share my screen with you guys so you can see what I'm looking at. So the first thing you need to do is you need to start with your case studies. Um, Meaning, and look at what these case studies they have. 76 students in under 60 days. That's insane. 0 to 30 to 15 students in 11 months. 80 new students at new location. $500, and we made $7,000 already. So that's what, 2 times 14x return on investment, right? Is that right? Two for 1,000 times, yeah, 14x, 14x, yeah. Um, 40 leads and 13 enrollments during the pandemic. Okay, great. So these are all good. So why do you want to start with your case studies? This is the very first thing for any outreach campaign. You start with your case studies because all of your customers have similar problems, and if you've already solved this problem for, let's say, a gym owner who has like 1 or 2 locations or whatever, the odds of other gym owners having the same exact problem are very high. They all probably suck at getting students, predictably, right? They probably don't know how to get a predictable stream of students. I can't see if you're nodding your head, but if you are, oh, oh, all right, very good. They were nodding their heads. So now, what do you do as an expert, as a salesperson? You want to go out and say, "Hey, I know you have this problem. I've helped someone just like you solve it with this strategy, and here's the outcome. Are you interested?" Like, if you tell someone about the problem that they have better than they can describe it themselves, then they will automatically assume you have the solution. Um, so every outreach campaign needs to start with your case studies. You guys already have case studies. You already have targeting, hopefully in this niche, which is correct. The next thing we're going to look at though is your list, and then we're going to talk about scripts. And really, you went wrong on the list and the scripts, which is the two main components of marketing, which is your targeting and messaging. But anyway, here's the issue. Number one, like these company names are all like this is not clean data. First of all, let me explain what's going on here. When you are emailing people with this and you're saying hi hi name, and then you say XYZ blah blah blah. Let's say this. Big fan of, this is a bad first line, but just play with me here, or bear with me here, I mean. Big fan of company. Congrats on 10 years in business. This is a terrible opener. It's okay, whatever. Okay. Okay, great. So if you were to, let me make this a bit smaller. If you were to then, what the software is doing is it's, yeah, it's inserting the custom variables. So if your custom variables are bolded, all caps Michael, you're saying, hi, Michael, big fan of, or let's actually use um, this person. Let's use Kathy K. This is pretty funny. I'm gonna uppercut you in the jaw right now. 1 second. Ready for this? Hi, Kathy. Or oh, nope, sorry. Karate International Raleigh. Here we go. Here we go. So here's what you're sending to them basically in your email if you do this. Hi, Kathy K. Big big fan of Karate International Raleigh. Congrats. Like it's like basically the point is you're inserting all capital custom variables, and your company names are like you've got like Charlotte, Mansfield, Arts International, CTR, Academy, Chi, CTR. These are not clean. Like they don't talk about themselves this way. You would say, what would you call this? Rock hold karate. This one's normal, right? or Inspire Martial Arts, or like Champions Martial Arts and Fitness. It's all capitals. This is what you should be saying. Let's look up their site. Championskick.com. Is this the right website? Why is this called Champions Kick and this is called Champions Martial Arts and Fitness? I don't know. Let's look it up. Champions, okay, KTD. So what do they call themselves? Awesome Martial Arts Program for students of all ages. Champions Martial Arts. So this one should just be, look, you see what I'm saying here? Champions Martial Arts, this is what they call themselves. So you would just say Champions Martial Arts. But not only that, you need to like make this not bolded. Like basically clear formatting. Why is this so big? This is crazy. Okay, that's fine. But still, basically, you don't want to have them in all caps. You don't, even if they're only bolded, you don't want them in all caps. This is a normal way to say it, right? Like if you were writing an email, here's the thing. This is why your emails fundamentally did not work. There's two categories of emails in your inbox. One that's from a friend and one that's from obviously someone who's a spammer or a salesperson. You will automatically delete any email that's not from a friend that's personal or for you, right? So you need to do your job to get yourself in the position of I'm a friend and I'm a trusted advisor. If you wouldn't write an email to your friend with an all capital like, you know what I mean? Like you need to sound human. So the very first thing is all of these company names are not proper. They're like they need to be redone. You need to look at their website, look at how they actually talk about themselves. Like let's look at this one for example. Charlie's okay. These guys definitely need marketing help. Charlie's Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Charles Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy. What is this called? Charles Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Acad. Okay, so what you would say is the following. You'd say Charles. How does he talk about himself actually? At the Charles Gracie Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Bam, right here. So rather than not a CAD, it's like this. See the difference? That's the first thing. So you need to actually, the point is you need to actually look at their website and figure out how they talk about themselves. The high level of this is you can't just buy a giant list and blast out. You got to like look at people's companies and like actually like make sure that it makes sense. Don't have any bold, all caps, don't have any bold in your email at all. Don't have like Inc. or S Corp or like abbreviations. You want to have like a normal, okay? Does that make sense so far? All right, let me get some head nods. All right, great. Sounding good. Okay, next is your emails. So I don't know your industry, and I imagine it's probably hard to find real direct emails. Okay, first of all, okay, here's what I'm talking about. This email says John Rendon, and you're emailing Michael Porco. So like, if you email someone named John and call him Michael, you're dead. You're like just automatically not gonna get a response. You know what I mean? And or the issue, okay, you've got staff. This is a good example. Mark at championskick.com. Mark. So this is directly going to his email, and you know it's him. By the way, you also want to change the first names to say Mark, like, or not all capitals, Mark, like that. Like that's what you'd say, Mark. Mark at championskick.com. This is very good. By the way, I've been needing to post a video on my channel for a while. I'm so focused on like Service Bell, the company that I'm at. I just haven't posted anything, and I've been too lazy. So this is like a good one-two punch. Wow, I should just post all of these videos. Jeez, I'm an idiot. Wow, you guys are ballers. This is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna do this for all of my videos. So um, another issue you're having here is the emails, mawbulldog at gmail.com. So if you or info or staff or sensei, right? These are all generic emails. They're going to a default inbox that is probably not read. Like, do you guys have like a contact email or something? Like, what's your generic email? Okay, who looks at that? Who looks at that? Does Chris look at that? Okay, great. So Chris is not looking at that probably, which means if you're trying to email Chris and you email her or her, yeah, you email her at um at that email, she's not going to look at it. You're going to look at it, and you're not going to want to. You know what I mean? So that's happening here too. You're emailing all of these wrong emails that probably aren't reaching the right person. So generally, I stick to only emails where I can get their name in it, and I know it's a direct email. like this one, um, or this one, Kathy. I wouldn't call her Kathy K though. I just call her Kathy, right? So again, Kathy, um, or Thea or Brian. These are good. These are very good. These are like their website, their direct email, their name. The ones that are like Sensei, Info, don't ever email those. The ones that are like Gmail and Yahoo, I generally would avoid them. I would try and only go after like confirmed ones like Thea, where it's like Thea at her company name.com, because she set up that email for herself to check and it's her email. If you look at a generic Gmail account, it's much harder to know if it's actually theirs or not. And odds are it's just the thing is though, in these local businesses, a lot of them don't actually have their own personal emails. They have generic like Gmail accounts. So I would only email those if you're really certain that they actually that's actually their email. So generally I'd say don't do it. If you can find the company name, find the company name. Like I mean the personal email inbox. So far we've said clean your list, look at the websites, have normal capitalization, and find direct emails. And make sure the emails match the person. All that makes sense? Any questions? Feedback? Okay, great. Okay, fantastic. So that's all great. There's more advanced stuff with list building too, like who is the contact you're reaching out to. Hopefully these are the owners. You know, what size gym are you reaching out to? Because like for example, your case study here where you took this guy from 0 to 315. If you email somebody who's already has a few gyms and you tell them that you took someone from 0 to 315, they're not going to care because that's not where they're at. You want to make sure that the companies you're reaching out to match the case study company that you're using in your email, which we'll discuss in a second when we get the scripts. But I would say high level feedback on your list. Don't just buy it, like build it yourself. If you want to, I'm gonna just plug myself here a little bit. I have actually a lead. Oh, this is the wrong account. I have a lead generation training that is up for grabs on my YouTube channel. You go to any of my videos, my recent videos, you're gonna see. I would go to one of my email videos, like this one, how to get clients to cold email. Right here, this lead generation training document. Go ahead and join my good old-fashioned email list. But you're gonna get basically a Google Doc with a series of videos, 5-minute Loom videos, step by step by step, how to put together a bulletproof lead list like this. That is like the best one ever. That will be laser targeted. It's efficient, it's quick. It even teaches you how to outsource this process to a VA, so you can get really targeted leads for cheap that aren't gonna totally suck. Basically, that's kind of the idea. So I would check that out if I were you. You can have that for free. All right. Next thing we're gonna go to is probably your scripts, and let me see how much time I've got here. I can probably go for another. Can you guys go for another 10 to 15? All right, sweet. Um, all right, fantastic. So I'm gonna ask you to what can we do this? I would say I think it would be helpful if you open up your. I'm gonna pause the recording. If you could open up your in here a little bit, please. All right. I can't. I won't be able to rewrite this for you, but do my best. All right. So you guys probably just watch my videos about. You should probably just watch my videos about. Let me actually remove my little head thing because I'm gonna be here. Okay, bam. You probably should just watch my videos about scripts to like, rewrite this. I'm gonna tell you why this is really not good, and then you can watch my videos about making it good. And maybe I'll even make a YouTube video rewriting this for you to make it good, and that way I can have even more content. This is gonna be great. All right. All right. What would you do with an extra 10 to 12 hours each week? Hi, name. Is that your subject line? Okay. Hi, contact name. School owners who join our programs here at Grow Pro Marketing Agency have seen huge benefits in having more time to work on the business instead of in the business after joining our team. I'd love to set up a time to walk you through a personalized demo to show you how we can take contact company name to the next level through our marketing efforts. So you can see why having the all bold first name and all caps or all caps and like it would just look weird. You're automatically from the very beginning coming across as like not a real person. Okay. Would you have some free time to connect? We have limited spots available this week, so sign up here to book your free marketing audit today. Book your free marketing audit today. Can you scroll down a bit? And you've got, is this all the same email? To your success, Tony boy. I'm just kidding, it's Tony. All right, what's email number two? Hi, contact first name. Do you want to go to the next level? Do you want to go dot 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 to the next level? Oh, I did not get that, but maybe they would. I don't know. Do you want to go? Okay, fine. I don't. Whatever. That's it's actually funny once I figured it out, but I'm only laughing because what was that, bro? Uh, all right. I'm Tony from Tony Ario Arroyo from GrowPro Agency, and I would like to be your future partner in marketing. Free marketing audit. How does your marketing agency differ from, how does our marketing agency differ from others? Glad you asked. GrowPro Agency strives to be at the forefront of constantly. Okay, let's keep going. I can't. All right, let's keep going. The pain. I can't. I can't. Yeah. 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 No, keep going. Yeah. Oh God. Oh, all right. Let's just go to the top. Let's go to the top. Let's go to the top. All right. Get ready to rumble. All right, here we go. I'm really enjoying this. This is great. This is great. All right. I hope you're enjoying this as much as I am. First mistake, subject line. Okay, you guys ever see news? You guys know all those newsletters in your inbox that you just for some reason subscribe to once and then you never open it again and it just keeps hitting your inbox, but you're too lazy to unsubscribe. So you just keep hitting delete. But then eventually after like 2 years, you finally unsubscribe. But then you know what I mean? That whole thing? You guys have both done that, right? I mean, I do this all the time. Yeah. So what does that subject line look familiar to those kinds of emails? See what I'm saying? So guess what? When they see that, they're like, huh, this is probably a marketing email that I don't want to read. And then they see, hi, their first name in all capital letters. So they're like, okay, this is almost definitely a marketing email. And then they're like, what would you do? And then they can also see the preview of the first sentence of your email. So they're like, I don't want to open this. I'm actually surprised you're getting 50% open rates. Like you would probably get way higher. That's the good news is your market probably really likes your offer if or really want. I actually have no idea why you're getting opened, but I'm pretty confident when you make the tweaks I'm going to suggest, you're going to get way higher open rates, which is awesome. So that's what I'm saying. Okay, next. School owners, the next thing you're doing here is you're going into a giant long pitch about. Let me just give you a quick list because I've been rambling. Here's the main things you're doing wrong. Bad subject line, all capital first name. You're asking a question off the bat. You're asking actually multiple questions here. You only want to have one call to action, not a bunch. You're asking a question on the very beginning. You're instantly pitching before you go into like you're instantly pitching. Your email's really long and it's just like talking about yourself the whole time and how awesome you are. It's me. Like school owners who join our program, right? And then I would love to set what like it's just a very long big paragraph. Like, do you guys do SEO at all or no? Okay, so you know how like long like blocky paragraphs reduce time on page because they're not going to read the whole thing. Same thing here. They're getting an email. This is not going to fit on their phone screen, right? Then you're also adding. I actually don't like adding booking links to my emails. I find that they click the link and that they don't respond. They don't actually book. What you want to do is optimize for the least friction response that is showing interest. That, in my experience, dramatically increases your odds of booking the call. So you don't want to even add a link until they respond to you. Number, I don't even know what number we're on now, but you also don't want to add images to this. Like you're adding images, you don't want images. That's gonna make you hit spam. If they open your email, they're gonna think it's spam. This is like a marketing email. Here's the thing. The bottom line is it goes back to what I said before. This is not friend to friend. This is marketing email. A friend, you don't send any of this stuff to a friend. If you were emailing a friend, you would say like, "Hey John, just saw your last post on LinkedIn about or just watched your TED Talk and thought it was awesome, especially the point you made about X, Y, and Z. Um, emailing you because I just helped another gym owner just like you go from 0 to 315 students in less than a year. Do you have any interest in discussing how maybe I could help you as well? Question mark. Let me know and I'd be happy to send over a few times. Thanks, Tony." It's like three sentences. It's the three C's. You got a compliment, a case study, a call to action. and there's no images, there's no like great, and the subject line is quick question, by the way. It's super simple. It's a question, or hey John, or like their company name, or you could even do an emoji. You could try like a fighting person emoji. Just like I I I once had a 90% open rate by emailing breweries. I couldn't figure out the subject line to use. I tested so many. I finally came up with, or actually it wasn't me. It was agency I was working at, but we finally came up with beer emoji, and that got open like crazy. So 90% open rate. So you got to test subject lines. High level here, the bottom line is this is just a very wordy email. I don't think it's talking about case studies or any results. It's got links and images in here. If you scroll down to the next one I would say is actually not so bad. It's really, oh wait, no. If Okay, yeah, actually, yeah, never mind. So once again, you're going into sorry, I told you I was gonna beat you up. I told you I was gonna spar. I'm Tony or Ario. Yeah, sorry. And I'd like to be your future partner in marketing. Image. How does our marketing agent differ from others? They don't care about this. Glad you asked. They're like, I didn't ask. I did not ask. They're like, you just emailed me. And then, so look how long, basically, no one has time to read this stuff. Like, I don't even want to read it, and I'm supposed to be giving you advice on this. You know what I mean? Like, they definitely don't want to read it. They have so many things to be doing. They need you to pique their interest in like 10 seconds, or they're not going to want to respond. And you need to make their response as easy as possible, right? Also, free marketing audit. You Yeah, I don't know if they really want a free marketing audit. Like basically the goal of this is to get them interested in taking a 30-minute call with you, booking a 30-minute call. So I think you get the idea. All these scripts follow a similar pattern, very similar pattern. I'm going to now share my screen. I'm going to rewrite this for you, and then we're going to call it a day, and I'm going to post this on YouTube and hopefully get a lot of likes from you guys. All right. Let's go into a notepad or something. Go for it. Call to action. All right. So your first email is going to do the following. Can you give me, let's go back to your, let me go back to this list of, um, let's go back to this list of the guys here. Let's find a gym we can talk about. Let's go for Mike or Mark. Mark Fletcher, championskick.com. Wait, what was the name of his gym? Champions Martial Arts. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to search for first name, last name, and the gym. And then bam, LinkedIn shows up. Facebook shows up. Let's see what we got. I have my LinkedIn feed blocked. Isn't this insane? I only have LinkedIn or Facebook for this group, by the way. I really don't like Facebook. And when I have my news feed basically blocked, so I don't see anything in the feed. So I don't get like sucked into like cat videos and stuff. Anyway, okay, check this out. He just posted a video. Let's see what he posted. There's a dinosaur running around with kids. Hold on. What is it? Okay, great. So this is ridiculous and random and totally weird. I'm gonna call it out. Here's what we're gonna say. We're gonna say, "Hey Mark," or "Hey Mark." Is it Mark? Yeah, "Hey Mark. Checked out." What did we say his name was? His company name? Champion Martial Arts Facebook page. Loved the video with all the kids and the dinosaur. Not sure what was going on though. Okay, great. So this sentence obviously shows I took 30 seconds to like look him up, look at his Facebook page, and mention something that is so specific that no other person would. Like this is obviously a personalized email now. Do you guys get the difference? Like like this is Yeah, and he actually took, and no one else does this. Everyone is doing what you're doing, which is like building this list of like a bunch of random people that you haven't checked, and then blasting out a message that's that's not personalized at all. This is an obvious, hi Mark, like this is a friend. I'm now a friend. I've become a friend. By the way, here's me counting my rejections today. I think I got 5. I told you that when I cold call, I got rejected. What I do is I go for 10 no's a day, and if I get 10 no's a day, I usually will get 3 to 4 meetings booked. So that's what that is. Anyway, okay, here we go. So that's the compliment. So what you can do in your sheet here is, here's what I would do. Let me add a new column for you. Company, that's the company name. We're gonna go for company, position, or no, sorry, company, website, position, first name, last name, email, validation, which you're going to learn in my training document how to verify the emails if you don't know already, and the first line. So what you're going to do is if we were going for Mark, we would say his company name is this, his website is this. Okay, great. His position is the owner. His name is Mark. His last name is Fletcher. You can also use an extension from, you'll learn this in my training as well. You can use an extension from hunter.io. And once you have all these people here, you can just turn on the bulk email finder, put in their names of first name is D, last name is E, domain name is B and A, hit enter, and it will spit out all their emails for you, personal emails, if they can find it. In this case, hold on. Yeah, there we go. I just made it, just, here's his email. So you can, and it validated the email. So here, you can just put it there. And now, imagine you have like, imagine you have like 100 people here. It'll just go and find all their personal emails and validate them. Um, so then the first line, if you were going to write an email to this guy, you would put your first line here. And then now what we're doing is if you imagine 100 people, they all have a normal gym name, they all have their first name, they have a direct personal email, and a custom compliment right there. So then when you actually write your email script, your variables look like this. Hi name, first line, and right? And then we're going to do case study, but the case study is going to be the same, and then call to action, and then thanks, Tony. So imagine this. So basically, if you were sending this to this guy, the variables would fill in as so. Hi, Mark, custom compliment, and every single person would get their own compliment. Does that make sense? You can kind of cut corners on the personalized first line. I've done it before, and I can show you how to do it. The way you do that is by having a very targeted first lead list, meaning the first line of the email needs to be about them, and it needs to make them feel like you did your research. Generally speaking, it's best to do a personalized line and do your actual research, which you can also outsource. I have another training you can get about how to outsource that too, but it's like a whole factory. But the best way is to do it handwritten. And if you want to start out, I think the best way you can start out is doing it handwritten. But eventually, like I used to sell to other agency owners, because by the way, all agencies have your problem. So like I would sell to them and help them fix it. And I would go to Clutch, and I would find these agent. I would find these. I would go here, and I would. Here's a list of a bunch of agencies I can sell to, and they're all in Clutch, and they all want more leads. So if I'm saying like I would come, I would, and all agencies, they all have this like portfolio page, right? Bam. So my personalized first line was this. I would say, "Hey, John, came across AlgoWorks on Clutch while looking for mobile app development agencies. Awesome work with Spotivity." So the only things I'm customizing are the company name and their portfolio item. So I could just have two little things, company name, which my assistant can find, and portfolio item. All of the agencies I'm reaching out to from this list, I know, are all mobile app developers. They're all in Clutch, and they all have case studies. So it's pretty easy to like make it seem like I did a lot of research, even though I didn't. That's more of an advanced tactic, though. I would just say for now, stick to this, okay? So next thing we're gonna do is a case study, and you already actually have them pretty much on your site. So remind me of your website again. All right. So let's go for is this probably your best one? Well, let's just say it. Recently health. What's their school name? Theirs. I'll just say another martial arts academy. You call it that? You want to make sure that when you're reaching out to them, if you say another and then you call it something, they need to be that thing. So like make sure they're all okay. Add 76 students in less than 2 months. In um, add 76 students. I'm gonna say enroll. Enroll 76 new students within 60 days using Facebook ads. What do you use? Using Facebook ads. Okay, great. So here's your case study sentence. You could say emailing you because I recently helped another martial arts academy enroll 60 new students within 60 days using Facebook ads. Any interest? Or maybe you could say like, can you take on more students? Let me know and I'll send a few times to chat. Thanks, Tony. All right. This is basically the first email that I would send if I were you. The only thing you're customizing are this first line, and if you want, you could say more students at company name or something like that if you wanted to, and add their company in there. But yeah, it's high name, first line. Case study and CTA are the same for everything, but your targeting needs to be spot on, and the case study will make sense for all of them. Then you customize your first line and your first name. You're gonna have much better success doing this. And I have this quickly the follow-up emails. I would do 2 days later. I would say hi name, following up on this to make sure it wasn't buried. Thanks, Tony. 3 days later, hi name, another case study. Just had another big win with a school. School would love to tell you how they um, added 80 new students to a brand new location within, I'm just gonna say 2 months. I don't know, you can just make it up, or you can use your actual numbers, but are you around next week to chat? Happy to send sometimes. Thanks, Tony. Okay. And then your last email. This one can piss people off, but like it also works, so I just use it. At this point, I'm going to assume adding more students at company isn't a priority for you right now. So this is definitely gonna rub some people the wrong way. If this changes, please let me know. Would love to help. Thanks. Okay, you can modify this one to make it a bit less abrasive, but this definitely gets an emotional reaction out of people, and it gets me a good amount of meetings. Probably one of my best emails. You could change it to say like, I'm gonna say version B is like this. Any more students at company with Facebook ads. So that way you're not saying that it's like obvious, like you're saying like with Facebook ads, not like in general, because it's like obvious that in general they want that, and you're just calling them a moron basically. So I probably would actually use the latter if I were you. But this is the general script. I've got a bunch of videos about this. If you send this email to like 100 people with personalized first lines, and you follow my lead generation training that I share with you, you're pretty much, I'm like pretty confident you'll get some meetings out of it, like with 100 emails. My pleasure. The best thing would be if you guys get meetings and then you can come back on for a testimonial video and then I'll be like, there you go. Check it out. It works. Any questions? Yeah, for sure. I can send this over to you right now.